What happened to Ethan Rowe? On April 13, 2013, he stepped onto a dock in Lakemont, Vermont, holding a cup of coffee. By sunrise, he was gone. No trace, no struggle, a jacket, a cooling cup of coffee, and silence. The lake didn't ripple, the air didn't stir. Ethan's disappearance shook the town and disturbed something deeper. This went beyond a missing person. It felt like a crack in the world. A man vanished into still water and never spoke again. Lakemont is a quiet town tucked beside a deep, glacial lake in Vermont, Lake Craymore. Fewer than 2,000 people live there, most born and raised. Families stay for generations. There's one post office, one gas station, and a single cafe where the same people sit in the same seats every morning. It's the kind of place where everyone knows your name, and your dogs too. Things don't change much in Lakemont, and people like it that way. But in April 2013, the town's calm was broken. A stranger had come to stay, and then, without a word or sound, he vanished. The shock wasn't simply that someone disappeared. It was the way it happened. Quiet, clean, like the water had swallowed him and smoothed the surface. Craymore doesn't have many ghost stories. It's not known for strange legends, but people respect it. It's deep, more than 400 feet in some places, and stays freezing cold even in summer. Storms can hit without warning. From a young age, locals are taught two rules: don't swim alone and don't go too far out. It was somewhat quietly dangerous in a way no one tries to explain. "You drop a stone in that lake, it talks back," said Earl Bishop, a retired boatman who used to give tours in the summer. But when he disappeared, the water stayed quiet. That's what got us spooked. Ethan Rowe arrived in Lakemont in early March of 2013. He was 37, recently divorced, and had left a well-paying cybersecurity job in Boston 2 months earlier. He rented a small lakeside cabin under the name E. Rourke. He didn't drive, showing up on a battered green bicycle with 2 bags strapped to the back. He kept to himself, and no one ever saw him with a phone. He said he was here to disappear for a while, said Janine Miller, who managed the cabins. "I didn't think he meant that literally. He wasn't rude, but he wasn't exactly friendly either." Every morning he came to Rosie's Cafe and sat at the same table. Black coffee, dry toast, no conversation. A quiet man with a stack of books, mostly about surveillance, encryption, and Cold War intelligence. He never brought a laptop. Whether he didn't own one or kept it hidden, nobody could tell. Whatever he was doing, it wasn't casual. His routine never changed until April 13th. That morning, Ethan was different. He left a big tip, complimented Maya the barista on her earrings, even made a joke. He said, "Today's the day," Maya recalled. "I thought he meant something good, not this." At 6:10 a.m. that morning, Ethan walked to the dock behind his cabin with a cup of coffee in hand. He wore jeans and a light gray hoodie. The sky was clear. The air was cold and still. By 6:40, he was gone. His coffee sat on the railing. His jacket was folded beside it. His bike leaned against a nearby tree. Untouched, one heard a splash. No one saw a thing. By 9 a.m., when Ethan hadn't shown up at the cafe, Janine called the police. Sheriff Bailey responded quickly. The surface looked like glass. A single trail of footprints stretched to the edge. The ground untouched, the air still. Nothing to suggest where he went or why. "It wasn't suicide," Sheriff Bailey later told a reporter. "I'll swear that till I die. It was like the guy erased himself." Search teams combed the water and nearby woods for 3 days. Divers used sonar. Drones flew overhead. Still nothing. His cabin was spotless. Laptop wiped. No message. No goodbye. Only silence. When police searched Ethan's cabin, nothing seemed rushed. His clothes were neatly folded in drawers. The trash had been emptied. His bed looked fresh, too untouched. His laptop was powered off. Investigators discovered it was protected by strong encryption, but after deeper forensic analysis, they found it had been completely wiped. No files or browsing history. Not even a login remained. Above the writing desk hung a small calendar. April 13th was circled in red. Next to it, written in careful handwriting, was a single word: disconnect. Then things got stranger. A warped floorboard beneath the bed caught an officer's attention. Hidden underneath was a small USB drive, completely empty. No files, zero signs of it ever being used. No bags packed, passport untouched. Everything in place, except him. But inside a metal coffee tin in the kitchen, beneath a packet of tea, officers found a memory card. It held one video, a short clip of Ethan, filmed inside the cabin. He looked anxious. His voice was low, his eyes shifting off camera. "If you're watching this, they found it," he said. "I don't know if I'll be dead or disappeared, but this wasn't random. None of it was." The screen went dark. At first, some believed Ethan had taken his own life. It seemed like the simplest explanation, but there were no signs of depression, no history of mental illness. He had recently paid for 2 more weeks at the cabin. Even his final visit to Rosie's Cafe didn't feel like a goodbye. He left a $20 tip and asked for change. Others believed he planned to vanish. In his cabin, police found a book titled Disappearing in America and a hand-drawn map marked with rural bus stops across Vermont in upstate New York, spots known for cash motels and few cameras. In the trash, they found a $100 money order made out to a P.O. box in Kansas. Clearly, he had been thinking about how to disappear. But then the story took a stranger turn. 3 weeks before he vanished, Ethan contacted investigative journalist Ana Velasquez using a temporary Proton Mail account. His message was short: "I have proof. Let's talk." He claimed to have evidence of illegal stuff happening with the lake. Ana agreed to meet him at a diner near Montpellier. He never showed. He was scared, Ana said. He didn't say much, but it felt real, like someone was watching him. Police traced the email to a library in Barra. That was his last digital footprint. 6 months later, in October 2013, a hiker discovered a body near McKinley Bridge, 42 miles downstream from Craymore. The man matched Ethan's height and build. He was wearing a gray hoodie, identical to the one Ethan had last been seen in. But there was no ID, and both of the man's hands had been burned, destroying any usable fingerprints. DNA testing didn't match Ethan, but dental records did. The teeth were Ethan's. The jawbone wasn't. Forensic experts determined that someone had surgically implanted Ethan Rowe's teeth into another person's mouth. "This wasn't a murder," Sheriff Bailey later said. "This was theater. Someone wanted us to believe the search was over." The question that followed was chilling. Who was the man in the river? And where was Ethan Rowe? After they found the body, everything changed. Suicide didn't make sense. Neither did a quiet escape. If Ethan wanted to vanish, why leave behind a corpse with his dental records? Some said he faked it. With his cybersecurity skills and obsession with surveillance, he could have pulled it off. The body, a plant, a message, a way to disappear without questions. Then came the shock. Ethan's surveillance obsession was no longer just a quirk. While digging through strange data streams near Craymore Lake, he uncovered encrypted transmissions tied to Project Stillwater. What was supposed to be a simple hydrology study was actually a front for secret human experiments using the lake's waters, compounds designed to alter human tissue, even create hybrids. Early test subjects vanished without a trace. One final video was found, his tired voice warning, "If you're watching this, they found it. I couldn't stop it. Don't let them use me." Ana Velasquez, who never stopped searching, insists the body was no accident. That was never Ethan. It was a warning, maybe a failed experiment. Leads dried up, sightings fizzled. The truth sank deeper, beneath cold, still waters. Though the case is closed, Ethan Rowe is still missing. The body found was a distraction, meant to silence questions and bury the truth. It was human experimentation, using lake compounds to alter biology. Test subjects vanished. The water erased them. Ethan tried to expose it. Instead, he was taken by it. A leaked data dump led police to the lab. They raided it, shut it down, seized everything. The project was over, on paper. But Craymore Lake still whispers. Sick animals, strange water, a silence too deep. It doesn't only reflect the sky, it hides what we weren't meant to find. If this story stuck with you, drop your theory in the comments. And subscribe for more mysteries that never really end. Until next time, this Mind Unfolded.